So I've been doing YouTube for almost about 5 years now, more exactly November of 2020. And during that time frame, this is the phone that has been by my side since the beginning. This over here is the iPhone XR and I got it around 2021, just a few months after I started this channel. Making this phone obsolete, not only is it 4 years old from me using it, but it's also 6 years old because it's so old. And this is the thing that I've been using to film all those videos this whole time. Well, except for the current camera that I'm using right now, which is the ZV-E10. So yeah, this thing really carried me throughout my YouTube journey, and it doesn't actually have a lot of damage to it, or you know what, technically any damage to it. I feel like most people by now might have screen cracks or back cracks or hairline cracks in any way, but this one is still not in perfect condition, but decent condition. So yes, you've already read the title. I will be upgrading to the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and I just want to say right now that I am planning to get the white variant because I'm kind of done with black because I don't really like the fact that, well, it's not focusing. Yeah, right there. I'm kind of done with black because as you can see, there is some chipping on my camera. And apparently this is a known phenomenon throughout the iPhone XRs because for some reason they use aluminum for this. So accidentally scratching it or the aluminum decaying over time results into this chipping thing. And also that's also the same case for... yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but that right there is also a case of chipping on the charging port. So yeah, because of that, I'm kind of done with black iPhones. I mean, yeah, black iPhones are very clean, but I really don't want to see that chipping. And in case I want to go caseless, which I won't, it won't be such of a fingerprint magnet like this one. Oh, by the way, speaking of cases, here's the case I have for it. But I will say I will recommend and also not recommend this at the same time. I recommend cases like this because it protected my phone really well. I will admit I've dropped this a decent amount of times, but as you can see, there's no screen protector on this, by the way. As you can see, there are absolutely no cracks, no scratches, whatever. Even on the back, absolutely nothing. So yeah, this does really do the job. However, it's purely rubber, making it very hard to slide through. But I guess it is easier for your grip so that you don't drop it often. Except for me, I guess, because I still drop this often. But yeah, it gets really hard to take out of your pocket when you're having like when you're using a case like this. But anyway, yeah, that's a brief history of my iPhone XR. I have long since privated my unboxing video of this thing because I really don't like how I did that video and there's a lot of embarrassing parts there. Just to save you the information, here's one of those clips.
It seems it does come with a cable. I'm not sure what this is for.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. It's obviously a charger. Shut up. So now after 4 years of using 3 gigabytes of RAM and a weak processor, well, in today's standards, I'm finally going to get a new one. That'll hopefully last me another 4 years or so, which it probably will. Alright, I'll see you guys then. And here it is, but let me just address some things first before I unbox this. You may be wondering why I decided to settle on the 16 Pro Max instead of waiting for the 17. Well, to make the answer very simple, I don't want the 17. But to make it more complicated, I don't really care about the 48 megapixel telephoto lens, the slightly better battery, and also other features that come with it. I'll just list it on the screen.
However, I will admit I am missing out on some good features like vapor chamber cooling and other stuff I'll list here, so just to even things out. But either way, I don't mind missing out on these.
So it's honestly not worth the wait for me, so I'm perfectly good with the 16 already. And mainly why I chose this is because it's aesthetically better, at least for me. I do not like how the 17 looks, especially since it's basically a Google Pixel now. So yeah, this is what we're doing. Now let's do a quick unboxing of it. But unfortunately, we already had to remove these little things over here because we had to check for dead pixels and scratches on the device itself first. So I'm just gonna roll footage from my mom's iPhone 14 Pro Max. Before we get to the main event, let's do the rest first. So as most of you probably know, Apple kinda reduced the amount of things you can find inside of its boxes. So the only thing we have left is the SIM card pin to access the tray and a USB to USB-C cable. Nice. And here we are, the iPhone 16 Pro Max, the white titanium variant of it. And oh, just looking at it, it's so pearly white, I love it. It's not like one of those whites where it's just white, it's actually like super clean. Here's like the sides of it. Here's the camera control, the very useful button. And let's power it on. Oh yeah. Oh, it's beautiful compared to whatever this junk is. All right, English, Philippines, and now let's set up my phone. Oh yeah, this is also my first hands-on experience with the action button and the dynamic island. Well, this is probably gonna take a while. I'll cut back when this is finished. Apple Intelligence, yeah, this totally works properly. Set up later. Wow, camera control, no way. Is this like a tutorial stage? Wow, action button, no way, I'm gonna customize this. I am gonna turn you into flashlight. Oh no, software updates. Ugh. Well, whatever, again, I'll just cut back when I finish. Well, this is taking an unreasonably long amount of time. Okay, software updates are finally done. Anyway, while we are waiting for this transfer process to happen, let's talk about our accessories. So the first accessory we're going to talk about is the case I got for it. Now, ideally, I wanted something a little bit different, so I decided to go with a dark purple one. But unfortunately, this is what I got. Sure, it is purple, but it's not dark purple. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna be using this one because I expected it to be a little more, you know, not super purple. So instead I got myself a black one. Now the reason why I'm getting a black case instead of a white case to match the phone is because I wanted to match my PC setup. My current setup is a Panda build if you didn't know, same with my keyboard as well, so I wanted to match the aesthetic with my phone as well. So goodbye purple case, I won't be using you. But actually I will be using you for now until I get the new case. The next piece of hardware is, of course, since I'm moving from the XR, that means I finally have access to MagSafe. So that means power bank. This is a MagSafe power bank from Dock. This power bank holds 10,000 milliamp hours, which is around less than 2.5 charge cycles for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So honestly, this is sufficient enough for me since I'm probably not even going to drain this into 0% within the day. Okay, this one came in a little bit last minute, but here we have these screen protectors. So yeah, let's do this now. Well, that's all of our accessories done, so let's just wait for this. Okay, it seems the transfer process is fully done, so I guess we can get this guy out of here now. Come on, come on, come on. Running out of storage for iCloud, I don't care. Apple, stop reminding me to do Apple Intelligence. Okay, now basically everything is starting to install and update, whatever. So now we can take a closer look at the phone itself. Right away, I can feel the smoothness of 120 Hertz compared to 60 Hertz. Oh man. So let's compare the two real quick, starting off by just physical differences. Oh god, always on display. I'll change that later. But here is the sides of the phone. This one is a lot girthier. Here is top to top, the back sides, and both phones up against each other. Wow, look at that. And I love the difference in camera. So yeah, I guess that's all the physical differences between the two. Now let's do test videos between the two.
Here's a side-by-side comparison between the two phones. This first test is their highest 1080p capabilities, the XR being 60 FPS and the 16 Pro Max being 120 FPS. Yeah, can you guys see that through the 60 FPS video? Next is their zoom capabilities. The XR can only stretch this far, while for the 16 Pro Max, it reaches a whopping 15x. Here's both under low light conditions. As you can see, the 16 Pro Max definitely handles light and colors better under these conditions. Here's the selfie camera comparison. The XR has a 7 megapixel front camera, while the 16 Pro Max has a 12 megapixel front camera. So naturally, the image is a lot more sharper in the 16 Pro Max. And here's a shake test between the two. Yeah, I don't know if this helps, but maybe for someone. And now here's a microphone test. According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway because bees don't care about what humans think is impossible. Yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow. Alright, now we're done with that. There's only one thing left to do with this phone. Excuse me! You look very open-minded. Put your number in my iPhone 16 Pro Max.
No.
Hey look!
Femboy! Okay, so we basically transferred everything from my XR to my iPhone 16 Pro Max, so there was only one thing left to do, which is format my old phone. So thank you for surviving all of these years. Thank you for carrying my channel and everything using KineMaster and then just cropping out the watermark. You really carried a lot, friend. So, uploading data to iCloud. I thought I had no more storage in my iCloud. Lies! And there we go. Goodbye. Well, that's basically the end of it, so, yeah. Well, I guess that marks the end of an era, so I guess I'm just gonna enjoy my new iPhone 16 Pro Max now, and I will say this is actually the very first iPhone or high-end iPhone I've ever owned. My previous ones included the 7 and then the XR, and then now we're here to the Pro Max. So I'm going to enjoy my phone for the next several years to come, and hopefully it can endure a lot of mishaps in case I accidentally drop it or whatever. So thank you guys for watching, and tune in again for another certified golden IT. And also, before I forget, thank you so much for 3,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in another video. I'm also going to be uploading this video on the 9th of September because that's when the iPhone 17 will be launched, and I think it'll be very topical. Oh, and by the way, I also started a membership for this channel now, but that's only if you really want to support me because I have a very inconsistent upload schedule. So if you really just like me that much and want to keep supporting me, then become a member if you want to.